everyone. My name is Carolyn, and I'm a senior history major and with double minors in leadership and teaching and learning. I have finally reached the moment where I have to admit I'm a senior, and that means I'm graduating in 197 days. But believe me, that is really scary. Looking back, I can see that I have changed a great deal since I arrived at Elon 4 years ago, and I feel prepared to take on the next stage of my life. Or at least I feel relatively hopeful about the next stage of my life. Elon has provided me with an environment to grow into a person that I've come to view as the best me. I've come out of my shell and embraced things I never thought I would. I believe my transition at Elon can be broken down into 3 parts: the terrifying beginning, the floating middle, and the strong end. In all parts, I remember being happy, sad, content, lonely, and excited because of friendships, love of Elon, and missing of home and family. I want to tell you a little bit about this transformation here at Elon through the various parts of my life. I want to start at the beginning, and believe me, I was truly terrified. When I came to Elon, I was a scared first year who had no idea what she wanted to do with her life. I had no idea what I wanted to major in, what I wanted to be involved with, and didn't know how to find the right friends. I was not the normal college freshman. I was in bed by 10 every night and up before 8. To this day, I still have friends who stick to the schedule. And I remember fondly those days of being able to get all my work done and be in sleep early, and I commend them for their ability to stay on the schedule through senior year. Back then, I had fewer commitments, and I was more likely to say no when my friends asked me to do something out of my comfort zone. I made many friendships during this period. Some are still with me today, and others I've lost over time. I developed friendships through this period that I would have never guessed. For example, I had an Elon 101 class of students, and I knew them all decently well. During this time, I was developing friendships based on who I was. At the person at the time. We were all trying to find our place at Elon and bonded over the fact that we were all in the same boat. It was safe to say that none of us truly knew who we were going to become and how our experiences would shape us. And in my Elon 101 class, I met 2 of the most important mentors that I had while at Elon, my 2 professors. They've helped me grow in leadership and in personal growth throughout the years. It was during this period of time that I found the organizations like L.E.A.F, Lutheran Episcopalians and Friends, and ESA or Epsilon Sigma Alpha, the service sorority on campus. I truly believe that this made me less scary during this period of time. These people in the organizations, especially the upperclassmen, viewed me as vital to their organizations and made me feel at home and welcome. I was just a member of these organizations at that point, but I felt like I was needed. This helped me bring the frightening period of time to an end. The second period of my transformation I would call my floating period, because I had found things where I was happy and moved through my life, classes, extracurriculars, and friendships in a very content way. This was from the beginning of my sophomore year to the beginning of my junior year. At this point, I had joined organizations like L.E.A.F and ESA and had stepped into some leadership roles. This was a great time of learning within my academic activities because I learned what it really meant to lead an organization. I took on a lot of commitments and had to learn to balance them with my class workload. During this period of time, I had my first study abroad experience. In retrospect, I view this as one of my major turning points in my transformation here. I went on the winter term course, Classics and Context in Greece, and I was terrified to be going out of the country on my own without my family or close friends. 2 things you need to know about me for this example. I am an extreme homebody and a very picky eater. With these 2 things in mind, I had no idea how I was actually going to make it through those 3 weeks. However, big surprise, because I'm here speaking to you today, I did make it home. I realized that I was a lot stronger than I had ever thought. After this experience, I also transitioned from being a history teaching licensure major to being just a history major with the 2 minors. I realized one night after reading my material that my passion was not in helping students learn history, but I truly enjoyed history, but I realized that I wanted to get further involved with student affairs in colleges. I found this idea working through Elon 101, and it made me very excited. Although it was a small change, the sense of purpose and passion has guided me through the last years of my education. Both this experience and the decision laid the foundation for the last major part of my transformation, my strong present. This time entails the beginning of my junior year to today. When I was returning from my junior year, I was extremely nervous. My entire friend group was going abroad for the fall semester, except for one person. I felt like I had two choices. I could either go back to the terrified first-year student I was and go back into my shell, or I could embrace the strength I had found while abroad and not miss out on any opportunity given to me. In hindsight, this decision probably led to me losing a lot of sleep, but I haven't regretted this decision at all. The decision has led to a life where I have made new friendships, built stronger friendships than I could ever have before. I finally came to a time when I realized who I am, what my values are, and how to enact them. I am much more willing to spend time with my friends because after this year, we will all be all over the globe. I realize that my work will always be there, but making the foundations of relationships will allow me to join them for the rest of my life. Today, I know I've changed a lot. So have the people I've met the first couple weeks of school. Looking back at that Elon 101 class, I can say I live with one of them, I co-TA'd with another one of them, and I chat with a third every once in a while. But other than that, I do not know the students from my class. We have all changed drastically with our experience through the groups on campus, experiences studying abroad and through Study USA, and other experiences. Personally, I can say that I'm now president of ESA and vice president of L.E.A.F. I hold a large responsibility in both organizations, and I get to see my friends through those organizations. I believe that I've made many lasting relationships with professors and staff, and including the professors I TA for, the personal staff I work for, and a majority of the professors I've had in class. I am the happiest I've ever been at college because of my positions, classes, friendships, and mentors. And I would not change my experience in any way. I would not be the same person I am today without the experiences I mentioned. And I'm very thankful for all the opportunities I have been given at Elon. Even considering the amount I've grown while here at Elon, I am sure my transformation has not come to an end. I am in the process of applying to grad school, and the terrifying beginning might just come again. But this time, I can take it on with the knowledge that I gained from my transformation here at Elon.